Great Rise, great people. Great Rise, great people. Facebook, family, friends, everybody, subscribers, everybody who ride with me on this journey. Listen, I just want to talk to you real quick just about being authentic, just about, being true to thy own self. And one of the things that I realized that if you're not abiding in your purpose, how can you truly be authentic? Because if you're not abiding in your purpose, chances are that you're caught up in fulfilling somebody else's purpose for you. And whenever you're fulfilling somebody else's purpose, you're basically a substitute. They're putting you uh, in a substitute place because basically whatever they use you for is what they want to use you for, and it's not really your role, it's their role, and they just choose to put you in that place to fill a spot. So I want to encourage you to abide in your purpose. And another thing I just want to put out there, a lot of times, especially on FB, people that are your friends or what have you, they don't know you, and a lot of times they may have missed a post that sort of gave them a little bit more insight into who you were and what you do and how you could be of value to them. Well, one of the things I want you to realize about me is you'll hear me say often that I like to see everybody win. So I understand that that is my purpose. My purpose is to help people go from being the underdog to coming up high, to rising up. It is my purpose. That's why I say great rise all the time, because my mindset is to see people come up regardless of what your situation is, what your circumstances, and even what your excuse is. I look to see people rise up. You might have not seen me. I haven't posted in a while because I had to deal with some things that kind of was holding me back a little bit from doing some of the things that I would do. But you can always do something when you know your purpose. You can always take steps, whether it's baby steps, whether you're sprinting or whatever it is that you're doing. But I just want to put this out there. I believe in people actually rising up, and I believe in it from a holistic standpoint. I mean, mind, body, and soul, and economically. A lot of times people leave that piece out, but if your mind is right, and if you're taking care of your body, if you're physically in the place that you're supposed to be, and spiritually in a place that you're supposed to be, you should automatically be prospering. You should automatically be seeing some type of financial success. Because if your mind is right, you'll learn how not to exploit your weaknesses, and you'll learn how to control, say, things like your credit, money management, things of that nature. You'll learn how to take care of your body. You'll learn how to refrain from eating things that'll do you harm, things like that. And then spiritually, you learn how to be emotionally intelligent, to be spiritually intelligent, and then you need to learn also how to be financially intelligent. And I'm just the type of person that I'm that guy. If you need to talk to somebody about it, and that's one of the things that I want to put out there as well. A lot of things is lost in communication. We communicate on a lot of levels, but sometimes all it takes is you just asking one question to get the answer that you need, that can help you be the person that you need to be. And my desire is always to be of value, because I want to be to other people what I want people to be to me. So what I'm saying is I want to be of value to you because I want you to be of value to me. Maybe I'm just too old to be really having a frivolous relationships where the relationship really don't mean nothing. It doesn't bring no value. And now when I say value, sometimes just happiness is value. If you can make a person smile, if you can make a person feel encouraged, that's value. Or if you can encourage somebody, or if you can teach somebody, if you can empower somebody, you enrich their lives. And these are the type of things that I'm all about. So whenever I talk about a business, it's because I think that there's somebody out there that need it. Whenever I talk about physical fitness, I think it's somebody out there that has health problems that could have been avoided, and with some type of preventive maintenance, they can keep themselves from going further into that situation, and they can also find a way to heal. I like to connect people with people that can be of value as well. So listen, if you're out there and if you kind of know me, feel free to inbox me with something like, Steve, I was wondering about this, or I was wondering about that. I do some coaching as well. So feel free to inbox me and get to know me on that level. I'm just not one that's going to tell everything on Facebook, but if you want to talk to me, we can talk, we can get intimate, and we can learn things about one another. And that's somebody reaching out now. So I gotta go, but now you know. So I look to hear from you. And if they hung up, so good. Then it wasn't that important anyway. But I just want to tell you there's a lot of things. We could be a lot further along because of what we know and what we learn. A lot of times it's not going to come from somebody giving us that information. It's going to come from learning. It's going to come from studying. But a lot of it's going to come from communicating, because a lot of times people are not going to tell you things because you act like you don't really need to know it, or you're not really asking for it. You have to put some effort into getting to that place that you want to get. And it's my desire to help you get to that place. I want to do that for you, because I believe that if I do it for you, then people are going to do it for me. And if we create that type of culture, people helping people, you'd be surprised where we could go. We're aware of the ethnic myths, and it's not always myths. It's actually a lot of truth to it. How certain people don't help other people. Certain people have a crab mentality. We know about that. We're familiar with that. But regardless of what it is and how it is, we need to get away from that. We need to start connecting with people of value so that we can add value to them just by maybe being supportive or encouraging them, and they can add value to us with whatever knowledge that they have or whatever connections that they have. But it's time out for us being separate and struggling harder than we have to, when it's always opportunities out there available to people that people just don't know about. There's always somebody out there that can help you get a little bit further, because more is just better. Inclusion it strengthens. So you have to realize that we're there for each other. I could say that we're jointly fitted together, but you get my drift. You understand exactly what I mean. We need to learn how to communicate. We need to also learn how to cooperate, and we need to learn how also not to be high-minded, but to be humble with it, so that we can help somebody else along the way. A lot of times people, they'll help you as long as you act like they want you to act. They'll be for you as long as you act the way they want you to act, talk the way they want you to talk, and things of that nature. But I'm not a puppet, and I'm not really into puppets. So if this is something that sounds like something that you're interested in, you want to connect with people, you want to find out ways to make more money, you want to find out ways to get your head right, you want to find out ways to abide with emotional intelligence, or just spiritual intelligence, or just intelligence as a whole. Let's talk. Let's stop being standoffish and not reaching out to people. And no question is a dumb question, because if you don't have the answer, you might be empowered by getting that answer. And when you're empowered, you can empower somebody else. So look, this is Steve Savoy Life. I'm just saying today it's time for us to start to get to know each other. It's time for us to start helping each other get to the place where we need to be. Because if you connect to people who go up, you go up. You connect to people who are going to stay down, then down to be your destination. But this is Savoy Life reaching out to you today. Just want to let you know that I'm back, and I'm coming forth now with feather to just really go hard. So if you're about that life, talk to me, and let's see what we could do. Savoy Life, have a good time.